Hello, Gemini. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are doing your August monthly reading. So let's get started with your oracles. Messages for Gemini. Have loss. You may be dwelling on what has been lost, but healing begins when you turn toward what remains. Acknowledge your feelings, then focus on the opportunities still available. Growth often emerges from adversity. On the bottom is balance. Fairness and clarity are key in this moment. Decisions made with integrity will lead to harmony. Be mindful of the energy you put into the world. It will return to you. Trust in the justice of universal laws to restore equilibrium. All right, let's get the Forever Tarot. I'm going to use these as oracles. I'm going to get 3 of these messages for Gemini. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Rough patches, hard times, past history, not been, can't see what that says, not been easy. Eight of Wands in reverse. Stalled, blockages, postponed, broken plans, turning point. And Six of Cups in reverse. Moving on, nostalgia, feeling more positive. And on the bottom is the Page of Cups in reverse. Immature, attention seeking, no strings attached. This seems like needing to let go of a person or a situation that how do I explain it? This is about not dwelling on whatever's happened here, because what I feel like this is trying to indicate is needing to move on from something that has caused some sort of blockages or broken plans or turning point, in order, this would be for your own growth, in order to have balance. So what this seems like to me is there's a situation here, either a situation or another person that just isn't working out. And it's like the best thing to do in regards to some type of loss here is to move forward for your own growth and healing. Let's get the love situations. We're going to get 3 of these for more context. Messages for Gemini. Wish come true. Wish fulfillment. All that you ever wanted. Dream girl, boy. Money is tight. Money problems. Not enough money. Careful about expenditure. And runner. Avoiding the connection. Running from themselves. Ignoring you. See, this is what this feels to me, especially this Page of Cups in reverse. These two here feel like to me the person that is how do I explain this? I don't know why I'm having trouble. What this feels like to me is someone here is wanting some kind of common ground with someone else. The other person is not offering that. So it's kind of leaving the other person in a position of unable to do anything. So it's saying because the situation isn't working out, because the person is avoiding the situation, there's nothing more you can do than to, instead of staying stuck, because what's happening is this person is keeping you stuck by avoiding the situation. So it's saying instead of staying in that stuck energy, continue to move forward for yourself, for your own healing, for your own growth. Um, because whether this person realizes it or not, they're holding the other person back. And whether the person dealing with this realizes it or not, they're holding themselves back by staying stuck in this energy where, at least at the moment, nothing is going to come out of it. On the bottom is poker face, two-face, lack of expression, hiding true feelings. Yeah. There's, in regards to the other energy, there's something almost like petty or immature going on here. So let's go ahead and get started with the tarot. We're going to start with the overall energy. Tell me about the overall energy for Gemini for the month of August. We have Death in reverse, Scorpio energy, the Chariot, Cancer energy, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. This is saying something hasn't ended or changed, needing to move on because someone's not working together or working to build on something. That is literally what I just said. The World in reverse, unfinished business. To me, this feels like something is stuck at a stalemate. Like there is no moving forward or backwards in this situation. So as opposed to staying in that stuck energy, work on moving forward until the energy changes. And I feel like the only way that energy is going to change is by the one who is avoiding the situation to take that action. I feel like it would be their responsibility to make some sort of change here. Death in reverse, the Chariot, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Swords. Yeah, moving forward because there isn't in it's saying there hasn't been any change. So if there is no change, the only thing that can be done is movement forward. Yeah, move on until there's some sort of equal give and take. Yes. So the other person is avoiding the situation, so they need to give to the situation in order for the energy to move forward. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Any confusion or illusion becoming clear. What I feel like is this energy, the one who's, I'm going to say the one who's doing the thing. The one who's doing the thing is avoiding the situation. Either there's a lack of clarity, they're pissed off about something. And either there's a lack of clarity about that, or there's something this person won't do. They won't have a conversation. They won't tell someone what their issue is. To me, this feels like some kind of punishment. Like the one who's doing this is trying to punish the other. Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Cups in reverse. It's immature energy. It's like I'll show them the Star in reverse. Yeah. See, this is saying there hasn't been any change, so there needs to be movement forward, even though that's not what someone wants to do. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. See, this is saying the exact same thing as this. Saying, move on until there's equal give and take, no longer waiting. It's saying don't wait around for this person because you're only hurting yourself by doing that. Yeah. This someone is very invested in this other person. They're worried about this person. They want to have a conversation. They want to fix whatever's wrong here. But the thing about it is that other person is not in that same energy. They're in this um they're in this energy of like they want to punish the other. I'm telling that's the only way. I feel like they know that the other is worried and wants to talk, and it's probably because the other has told them this. So they're withholding that from the other because they know that's what they want. And they're doing this like as punishment. I don't know exactly what's going on here to for this to come about, but the other person is being, I feel like it's petty, immature. Um I do feel like there'll be change at some point, but I don't know how long that would take. Journey, so that is you don't know whether that train is coming or going. The dog is loyalty and the clouds. Okay. This to me feels like it could be between a parent or a child or a family member. This is someone, the one who's dealing with this is someone who is not willing to give up on the other. And it's not saying to give up on the other. It's saying move on with your life until the other creates some sort of change. Because if you don't, you're keeping yourself in this stuck energy where you won't have any growth. And that's not a good place to be in. But that's what this is saying. Not knowing which way that train is going, but staying loyalty until there's clarity. So this is like saying, for the one who's dealing with this, is like, I'm staying in this spot till something happens. And it's saying you don't know how long that's going to take. And it's not good. You're doing a disservice to yourself. And you're doing exactly what the other person wants you to do by staying in this stuck energy. And it's saying two things can be true at the same time. You can still have concern for this person and want to speak to this person and want change with in regards to this person, but you can also move on with your life as well until that day comes. um I feel like there needs to be less focus on what's going on here, and someone needs to focus more on their happiness, self-care, self-love, self-worth, because that's being diminished by what this person is doing to the other. The one who's doing this knows what they're doing to they know it's hurting the other. That's why they're doing it. And it's petty. And the one who's dealing with this can still have concern and care for the other and want to have a conversation, but they can also continue their life, continue moving forward, continuing doing things they enjoy, spending time with other people. It's very important to not get caught up in this situation. Okay, so the first half of August for Gemini. I think these cards are like beautiful cards, but they are not very good to work with. You can't read what they say. they're not good I mean, they're good card stock, but they're just really thick. So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Feeling stuck, things not going in your favor. Okay. So it's more of the same. The Hermit is on the bottom. Feeling alone, not receiving anything, feeling stuck, things not going in your favor. So it's more of the same. And I feel like it's going to continue to be more of the same. There isn't going to be any change until the other person, the one who's doing this, decides for there to be change. Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Justice, the Devil, and the Three of Cups. Yep. See, this is about reunion. That's what this is about. This is saying don't allow this person to keep you caught up in a toxic situation, because that's what they're creating. They're creating a toxic situation. And it's up to the one dealing with this to not fall in that trap. And it's like it's like walking a tightrope of one thing or the other, because it feels like either to the person dealing with this, or there's a feeling here of it has to be either one or the other. Either I have to be totally consumed with what's going on with this person, or I have to totally forget about them and move on. And I feel like that's not true. Because you can't control what the other person has free will. You can't control what they are going to do. So this is kind of like leaving the door open, but moving forward. I feel like someone is not enjoying their life. I feel like that's what I'm getting at here. Like they are so consumed with what's going on with this other person that it puts them in this state of puts them in a state of like unhappiness, or not showing themselves self-love, not feeling like they're not supposed to have fun because they're so caught up in this other situation. And it's just not true. Or this situation has caused the one dealing with this to get in that energy, and it's saying you need to get out of that, move forward, do things you enjoy, do things to take care of yourself. Justice, the Devil, Three of Cups. Yeah. So we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess, and the Six of Cups in reverse. This is literally saying there's no change here. That what someone wants, they're not getting in regards to balance, not receiving that, not getting wish fulfillment. This person also is well aware that what's going on here is toxic. They know that they're not in a good place when it comes to this other person. But at the same time, they're still wishing for reunion and to not go back to the past. They want to fix the situation. I feel like someone here is torn between dying on this hill, waiting on someone to want to make things right, and moving on. And what I'm trying to, what I feel like the message is getting across here is you can do these two things at the same time. You can wait on when this person is going to decide to try to make things right, or when they're going to take some sort of action, but you can also continue to move on with your life while you're doing that. For some reason, for someone, it feels very black or white here, like they can only do one or the other. And it's really saying you need to take care of yourself first. So tell me about the first half of August for Gemini. The coffin, that's an ending. Marriage it can be a marriage, it can also be a commitment, and peace. See, it's talking about loyalty and commitment. And that's what I'm talking about. Someone here is committed to this person that is intentionally avoiding them because they're pissed off about something. That's what I'm saying. That someone is dying on this hill of, I will wait for you until you're ready to come towards me. And it's saying that is okay, but don't keep yourself stuck. Don't create unhappiness for yourself because of what the other person is not doing. Continue moving forward. Continue living your life. Continue growing. Whew. I keep going back to that, so I feel like that's very important. So the second half of August for Gemini. We have the Lovers in reverse, Gemini energy, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. Four of Wands on the bottom. Lovers, Two of Cups. Let me get some more. Lovers in reverse, Two of Cups, Seven of Swords in reverse. The Moon. Things you're not seeing, secrets, confusion. Page of Pentacles. Yep. The Two of Cups is about being on the same page. It's about a partnership. And that's what someone wants to receive. Deception coming to light about a backstabbing or betrayal. That very well could be the case, because what it's seeming to me is the one who's dealing with this isn't quite sure why the other is doing what they're doing. This could be a situation where the one who is avoiding the other has done something to them and they're afraid to face the consequences or afraid to face accountability. The one dealing with this may not know what that is yet. But if this person is avoiding the other, there has to be a reason for it. And the fact that they're not coming forward and saying, well, the reason I'm upset or the reason I'm avoiding you, at least not give the other person some kind of explanation, makes me feel like maybe they've done something to the one that's dealing with this. And this is like afraid to face the music, possibly. That's kind of what this is looking like to me. It's indicating that if Gemini is the one dealing with this, it's indicating there's something you don't know here. And it's about the reason that there's not being received on the same page is because they don't want some sort of deception coming to light where there is a backstabbing or betrayal. Or there's fear of something, deception coming to light, so they've created a harsh ending. It's saying there's a reason why this person has done this. And I don't think the one dealing with this is at least completely aware of why that is. There's something here about the reason why this person is avoiding the other that they know the one who's avoiding knows the other wouldn't approve of. So the Moon, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. King of Pentacles in reverse. the Queen of Wands. Yeah. I don't think anything's changing, at least the month of August, but it feels like to me this is going on, either has gone on for a long time or it's going to continue. This feels like, for the one who's dealing with this is like torture. But, and the reason it feels like torture is because there's nothing that can be done. This person can't do anything to make the other, I feel like they just want a conversation, an honest conversation. There's nothing they can do to get the other person to do what they want them to do. And it's really saying that because someone is focusing so much on that, it's keeping them stuck. So that's why it's indicating to move forward. There's nothing that can be done here to change the situation. I feel like the answers will come out in due time, because I just heard the truth always comes out. Tell me about the second half of August for Gemini. Thoughts. You have a seductive man and community, the people around you. So this could have something to do with outside people, other people being involved. What is this seductive man? Or whoever's dealing with this may think this is a result, like someone's being influenced here. Because this is saying someone thinks, I feel like someone thinks someone is being influenced by other people. It looks like there's some sort of clarity on something. There is some sort of clarity here on something to do with outside people, or getting clarity from outside people. There may be some sort of piece of information that gets found out. Someone may be dealing with someone that's not a very good influence or is very unstable. Oh my goodness. So let's go to the outcome. Outcome for Gemini for the month of August. Justice in reverse, Libra energy. The Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy. And Judgment in reverse, Scorpio energy. On the bottom is the Hermit. So Justice, Devil, and Judgment in reverse. This is some sort of someone may be getting in legal trouble. Someone could possibly be going to jail. Usually when I see justice and judgment together, usually it's upright, but it's like a reckoning. But with that devil, this feels to me like someone's going to jail. Now, I'm not saying it's the person here, because once again, I feel like this person is being influenced, or the reason they're making the choices they're making is due to like someone they're with. This could be a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It could also be like a friend. Um, I feel like someone is like a bad influence. Tell me about Justice in reverse, Devil in reverse, Judgment in reverse. Something is happening here. Queen of Swords. That could be the clarity here. Someone may have went to jail. There could have been information passed on about that. Yeah, see, Queen of Swords, clarity about justice in reverse, Seven of Wands. being released, no longer being blocked, having regret or disappointment. Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups. Discontentment. This is finding something out and not being happy about it. I'm so strongly getting that someone has went to jail, but this is saying they got out, taking action. If this is this person that the other is dealing with, if they're the ones who went to jail or got put in jail, I don't think this person is responsible. Whether they were the ones in jail or someone else, this would be like guilty by association. Either way, if someone went to get them out or got them out, that didn't change anything in regards to how this person is being. Because it's saying there, even though there's a situation happening, there's still no change. Regret and unhappiness that there's not a second chance. Not giving a second chance. So that's what I feel like this is. I feel like this is what's being found out. Is someone either the one who is dealing with this is getting someone out of jail, or they're finding out from someone else that someone went to jail, whether it's the person that's avoiding them or someone connected to them. I feel like there was a hope here of that this has happened, that the other would come back, and that someone is saying that this person got out, whoever was in jail got let out, got bailed out, and there's still no change. Like that, whatever happened here did not affect the other to come back towards the one that's dealing with this, and there's disappointment in that. All right, we have false person. Yeah, the home. This is a literal home, family, stability, security, and wisdom. See, that's why I think we have family room here. I feel like this is family somehow, whether this is between a parent and a child or some sort of family member. What I think is happening here is someone's going to jail for whatever reason. And the person who's dealing with this is thinking, okay, maybe this person that's avoiding me is going to see that other person for what they are and come back towards me. And that's not happening. So tell me about the advice. If it isn't about jail, it's something similar to that. But that's what it feels like to me. We have the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy, the High Priestess in reverse, Pisces energy, and the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah. See, it's going back to what this was talking about, the second half. See, the Moon, secrets, confusion, or things you don't know. Something is being found out here. It keeps saying that. If it is in August, it's the second half of August. But The Magician, the High Priestess in reverse, Five of Wands. Something is getting found out, but due to that, there still is no change. Yeah, taking action, feeling stuck in regards to taking action. See, something is coming out. I feel like the one who's dealing with this is hopeful that the other is walking away from something. I feel like they're going to see that they're not. Yeah. See, this is about leaving one thing behind to take action towards something else. I think the one who's dealing with this is hoping that life experience will bring this person back towards them. And I think that is a possibility, but it's going to be in their own time. The Hanged Man, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Ending burdens, so the Ten of Wands in reverse, Page of Cups. Yeah, giving, yeah. This this feels like, I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels to me like a young adult who's possibly just got out on their own or has not been out on their own very long. It's like they're running these streets like feral, is what it seems to me. And I feel like it's a situation where the one who's dealing with this is hoping that whatever happened here, they would come back with an apology. Either this is showing up as a child or like an apology. um I think the one who's dealing with this was hoping that this person would learn a few life lessons and come back and be like, the streets aren't for me. And that's just not happening yet. I feel like someone's really worried about whoever this person is that's avoiding them. And they just want them to whatever they're doing, they just want them to figure it out and come back. High honor, that's about truth or integrity. It's about a higher power. Yeah, the cross is sacrifices or burdens. And the staircase about making a choice. This is about having loss. This is about living and learning. Living and learning. So it's like, okay, when are they going to get out there and live and learn and come back? Make the choice to come back. I feel like it's saying this is going to happen, but it's not going to happen in the person who's dealing with this time. It's going to happen in the other person's time. So it's saying this person is going to do what they do regardless. And it's okay for you to have concern and worry about them, but don't let it consume your life. Continue doing things to take care of yourself. It is important that you take care of yourself and make sure you're doing things. I'm sure you can't have full happiness when this situation is going on, but do your best to maintain your happiness and do the things you want to do and take care of yourself until this day comes. All right, let's get the closing messages. Messages for Gemini. This situation too, even though I said it was, this could be a situation where this person is needing money and they may come back around. I feel like whatever this is, whatever's happening here is giving the one who's dealing with this some sort of hope of something here to be fixed, and it doesn't happen. This person, either the one who's dealing with this is bailing the other out of jail and hoping that they come back, and that's not what happens, or this person is coming around asking for money or asking for help for something, and the one who's dealing with this is hoping that that is going to be the thing that connects them, and this person just takes right back off. Whatever is happening here is not the outcome that the one dealing with this is expecting. You have your so easy to see through, and leaving you hurt me too. All right, let's get the Flowers of the Night Oracle messages for Gemini. We have transformation, and on the bottom is intention. Transformation. It says a change and perhaps even a new beginning is approaching, and it would be wise to ensure that you are armed with the truth before it is upon you. There is also the very real possibility of having to face a difficult challenge, so be sure to make yourself aware of any negative influences. Knowing what they are will make progress easier. What is it you need to let go of at this time? This is a great period to release anything which you no longer need or which you may be hanging on to with a false sense of security. Listen to messages, feelings, or inner knowing. It may be a little hazy at times, but the information you need to move forward, to change a situation, and to grow is there. I literally said all those words to move forward, to change a situation, and to grow. Affirmation: a new way unfolds within the petals of tomorrow's flower. Keywords: transformation, death, change, initiation, and depression. All right, Gemini, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.